The archive, guys. You sound stressed, Alan. You sound stressed there, Alan. Don't be stressed, okay?
Well, every
Come
time
on.
we put one of those archive pieces up, it's like I feel like I want to go out and buy it.
We'll see if this is one of them. We're going back into Sideshow. This one was recommended by Norman. So let's see what you guys think. I think Slifer might like this one. Episode 10, the Everyday Archive. This is the piece. This is the Sideshow Collectibles Speeder Bike and Biker Scout PF. Originally released in 2007, roughly, with an edition size of 1,500 and at a price point of $7.99. Artists on this piece were Martin Canali, of course. I'm going to butcher these names, but apologize. I'm only going to say the first names. We got Hernan Azcarate, Geronimo Duarte, Pablo Sapia, Martin Demont,
Geronimo.
The Gore Group, and the Sideshow Collectibles development team. So a lot of people on here, but Martin Canali, of course, is one of my favorite artists.
This is a Slifer.
This is a Slifer piece. 2007.
I never listen. I'm not really into like these troopers, but I like this piece. I've seen this piece before. There's something about like the mixed media that they do on Star Wars pieces. I know people don't like it, but it feels so classy. It just feels like it belongs. Like when they do it, like on a lot of the older pieces, they did like on the Boba Fett, the Jango Fett, like those have mixed media as well, and it elevates the pieces, I think. And if you could find one of these that's not broken, because a lot of times,
a lot of them broke, man.
A lot of the forks. I've seen this in a comic shop, and it was a nice piece. It's just like this is too much for me, but I love it. I think it looks good. It looks good in someone who likes the original trilogy, especially
is
like
this where this is inspiration for bases.
I mean, probably.
This is a black. This is a plain base with like let's put a rock on it.
Yeah, I mean, this was
what he's supposed to be flying. Well, yeah, they could have put a little.
This is a pretty crazy big piece, though. This is not a small piece.
Yeah,
this is actually
dimensions 22 inches in height, 18 in width, and 35 depth. And a little bit of the verbatim that Sideshow used at the time. The premium format. So this is quarter scale speeder bike and scout trooper figure is akin to the stop motion maquettes used in the making of the famous chase sequence in Return of the Jedi. Every detail of the speeder bike and scout trooper has been accurately recreated in a huge quarter scale, utilizing a mixture of materials to capture the proper look and feel. The bike is cast in heavyweight polystone and the white metal and is mounted on a sturdy support rod. The body of the Biker Scout is cast in high-density foam and incorporates several points of articulation so that you may adjust the pose and attitude of the trooper's head and arm. The trooper is costumed in a real fabric body glove, then finished with polystone and metal armor elements. The display base is cast in heavyweight polystone and finished on the base bottom with the individual hand numbering. So that's how they would have marketed back in the day. A little bit of a tilt there. This piece is.
It's a beautiful piece, man. I'm telling you, there's probably not. I don't even remember what the ES was, but I know a lot of them.
1,500.
Yeah, a lot of them are broken. Most of the ones that I've seen for sale are broken. If you could find one that's not, beautiful piece to have to for Star Wars collection.
I actually like that museum style base.
It's just a simple base because these were moving fast, but it would surprise you if you saw it in person. It's really good.
It looks good on pictures, though. It looks very good on
in pictures. It looks good, but when you see it in person, you're like, "Wow, okay, this is nice."
Random was asking, Random. Anything you guys want to anything pre 2020, we're open to. Ross, what's going on, Ross? Happy Tuesday for you, man. Good to see you. We got Anthony Mestis from Sideshow here in the chat. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. In regards to the base, it's a rotted tree trunk for the base. The intent was to create a piece that is very similar to the maquettes that
ILM.
ILM would develop for using to study the piece as a study piece, I should say.
Mm-hmm. But they did a great job with this, and this is an older piece, man. It's really good.
You just
I collect clone troopers, or I would have this. That's the only thing. That's my thing. I collect the clones. I couldn't collect this because I'm kind of like getting out of regular troopers. But if you collect the original trilogy stuff, I think you should have this piece for sure.
What I like about this piece is it reminds me of, when Sideshow put out those books, like when they show you the design and the architects of the pieces that they make and the Star Wars pieces. And this looks like it would just be all over those pages. So it's really well constructed as far as the layout and the design of it.
I just feel like in this time frame, like the 2007 early era of Sideshow, they were just absolutely killing it.
They were taking risks.
Oh, man.
These were risks.
Oh, man. Left, right, and center.
Stanley, I'm not getting this piece. It's not a clone trooper.
Left, right, and center.
But I can still appreciate what it is. Like, this is a beautiful piece. And it still looks good today. So.
It aged well. Mm-hmm. If you can find one, you do not see this very often.
Most people don't let them go, especially if they're not broken, too. Like, all the ones you see for sale are broken. All of them.
This was
mess up.
I keep telling you, Big Silva. It's a time capsule. The guy has everything. Unbelievable. I just typed in Sideshow speeder bike to get a video, and his already popped up. I got his in another one. But just to show you the size, man, with the 2 closet doors there, it's a big piece.
Is it almost 3 feet long?
It was. Let me see if I could get the dimensions. What I said, I mentioned it. 20. The width was 18, and the depth was 35.
35, so it's almost 36 inches long.
Wow.
And you get the details there. There's some of that posability you get. The knobs, like all these fragile pieces, I could see that being an issue. A little bit of the weathering on there.
I think they had some die-cast pieces.
Yeah, it was mentioned some metal pieces incorporated. Yeah. Would you say worth a revisit?
I don't know. I don't want them to do the same piece again. Maybe they could do something for. I know that these Scout Troopers were in the last game, that Jedi Survivor or whatever, and they had like commanders or something. Maybe they could do a commander where it's a little different. It's not exactly the original trilogy.
Or maybe even the ones from Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian are exactly these, like, I don't know.
Were they?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Wasn't Luke or Leia at some point in the film riding one of these?
Yeah, or you could do speeder bike versus Luke Skywalker kind of thing, where he's like, he's chopping one in half or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that could be cool, like a Dio sort of thing.
More like a Dio. That might be more interesting. Like where like he chopped it, he's mid motion chopping it. That would be really
awesome.
Cool. I would think maybe that would be a little bit more appealing than like kind of like bringing this back and killing this one off. I don't really like that. So I would want them to do a little different.
What do you think this will go for now, like on the aftermarket, if you find one?
I have no clue.
I haven't seen one in ages, man.
Like I said, like I've seen a few like pop up when like some of these guys getting out of the Star Wars thing, and then they'll always say like, "Oh, this one has a defect on the forks or something."
Yeah.
So it's hard to really put a number at it. I mean, a lot of times you can probably do the hot toy stuff, go the hot toy route for these, because some of the hot toy speeders are pretty big too.
And they did that. They did this pairing, and then they did the one from the Mando as well with Grogu.
That's why I kind of don't want to see another statue of it. I'd rather them do something different, like a
Go for like a Dio. Dio would be cool, yeah.
Or even if they have the bike, but have like Luke and Leia,
Yeah.
like on it together. But I don't know.
Or even if they can recreate kind of that Endor scene when they are flying, smaller scale, even if they were to do, and have the dial that way, that could be cool. Amongst the trees and everything,
like a 1/5 dial, like Luke chopping it.
Yeah, well,
it was a cool scene.
Yeah,
they should let Iron Studios get the license, take a crack at that on 10th scale.
With the diode, and the way they do Jurassic Park.
Yep,
they would indoor.
That. Yep.
That would be cool.
I would get that.
They would like kill that.
That would still be big, man. In 110.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, Norman, appreciate that. Appreciate you recommending that one. He gave me a list, so we'll go through some of those. But I think that one deserves to be there. 2007. And if you read through some of the forums, people were freaking out because of the price point at that time, the $7.99. They were like, "No way am I getting
always happy
for a piece that size." So it's crazy. It's crazy to see where we've come from that point. But yeah, Sideshow again. That era, Sideshow. Yeah, they continue to kill it today, but those good old days, they were just like you guys said, taking chances, bringing the heat, and it was a different market, right? They didn't have the competition we have today. They also didn't have, I don't think, the amount of collectors that are in the hobby today. But yeah, that's why we do the show, to kind of bring back those days and collectors can see how it was. So I'll, like I usually do, I separate the Everyday Archive into a separate video, and I'll do that so you guys can check it out.
I mean, some of the pieces they were making during that time for Star Wars were pretty crazy. Like you had Malgus, you had Shakti, you just had you had a ton of different variety. It was good. It was a good time. They did original trilogy. They did the expanded universe too. It was a good time.
Yoda stabbing the trooper, with the light up effect that went through. That was
a great piece. That's still a very desired piece.
There was even the one where the Ewoks were beating the stormtrooper as well.
That one I've never seen, but yeah. Pretty crazy.
Anthony says the good old days pre-digital sculpting.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate digital because you get a little bit more, detail with certain things. They could do a little bit more, but I think you can still have love for both.
Yeah.
Still appreciate them.
Yeah. It takes a skill too to be digital as well. It's
we said it the last time. All those guys that had to relearn their whole craft do it digital. Give them the credit.
I think it lets you put product out faster. It's technology. Who knows what in 10 years it's going to be? Even 5 years from now, what it's going to be? So it's going to be holograms. You're going to push a button and you can rotate your collection without having the physical piece. Your little display will have a hologram. What do I want to display today? You buy the whatever, let's say it's like an NFT.
SD
what do I want
card,
to display? Yeah, something like that. What do I want to display today? You push a button.
That go for?
If it's more than $5, no bueno.
Yeah.
Didn't Buck have that collection before?
Oh yeah.
It's like the equivalent. You might as well print a picture and put the picture in your display now. Anthony says you'll be collecting digital Pogs. Wow.
No, not the Pogs.
Remember Pogs? Holy mackerel. Well, yeah, or you just put some virtual reality headset on and your whole collection's there. I don't know, man. It's crazy.
So it'd be like a Viewmaster.
Yeah. What's our biggest complaint? Boxes and space. With this program, you won't need to worry about either.
And you also need to worry about having an actual collection.
Right.
Yeah, but then maybe they can add the effect, like smell. You can put on a special. Hold on. You could put on a special glove that if you go to reach for the statue, you can swap out and physically think you're swapping it out.
That sounds like technology that would not be used.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Nobody's gonna think about statues when that's available. That'll be the last thing.
You put on a,
Y'all revolutionize the collecting industry. By
do you hear this? You guys are hearing this live right here. So if
that'll hit the sex industry before it hits the.
Think about it. You put on
I was just asking on